Hello all, I wanted to show something I'm working on for a mod. Back in Farm Sim '09, the game didn't come with a bank. I think like if you go to purchase equipment, it shows you how much cash you have, and or maybe if you open your PDA, maybe somewhere in here it shows you. There it is, your capital, 3,937,000, so forth. So you can see how much you have in there, but it didn't really have the possibility for a loan. Most farms that I'm familiar with have loans, sometimes a lot of them for the land, for working capital or whatever. And I know later versions of the game came with this built in. And I know, like, if we go into the store, there is what's called a money mod, where someone, I think, with a cheat, you can get a whole lot of money real quick. But for those who don't want to cheat, there really isn't any other way to get some temporary capital, if you will. So I wanted to try to change that. Plus, I believe this particular mod, I'm not going to do it here now, but I think if you end up buying it, it ends up causing problems later in your log file by putting extraneous entries in there. So, and maybe when you reload the game after you have the money that you need, it's all good. Not real sure on the app, but I wanted to avoid just an out and out cheat. So, thought what I would do, and I'm pretty plain in this. Let me just hit a key binding here. I made a bank, and real simple. And I'm hoping when this is finished, I speak English, so this means bank, of course, up here, financial institution. I'm going to try to have translations, so whatever language that someone uses is that it'll appear in your native tongue. A cash balance, that's what we just looked at. This is a money you have in bank. I'm just treating it like a general line of credit. I know there's all kinds of loan instruments, term debt. I'm trying not to get that complicated. This is just going to be a simple line of credit. You'll borrow and repay kind of as you need it. It's kind of just open. And then, of course, interest rate, there's going to be a charge. Right now I have it set at 4%. Borrow 5,000, repay 5,000. These are clickable down here. And I'll just show you here. You can click on here and get some borrowings, or you can repay and it'll go down. So let me just try to click this up and we'll max it out. Right now, I believe I have the game settings on easy mode, so it's going to let me take this all the way up to 500,000. Let me just get it there. And see, I continue clicking, but it doesn't let me go past. And of course, up here you can borrow and repay kind of as you wish. Now, maybe we'll need to let a minute pass here. But you'll notice the cash, you'll see like the 300 here at 4%. I have the interest calculating every minute of game time. And some people may not like this. I'm I'm using a whole day as if this is a daily rate. So, I mean, shoot. I mean, to get the annual rate, you would take this and multiply it by 365. So, we're talking a hugely confiscatory interest rate in here, if you will. But given the timing and turnaround, I mean, crops grow quickly. I figure that just what I'll do rather than take this rate and divide it by 365. Okay, so I was jabbering here. I think the numbers up here changed because the minute up here changed. So every minute that goes by, it's going to take 4% times 500,000, and it's going to divide it by 1,440. I think that's the number of minutes in a day. And it'll multiply at the end by whatever the open line of credit balance is, and it's going to take a little bit away from our cash balance. And I tried to set it up so there's interplay between here and here. You know, for example, if cash is negative, it's going to force you to borrow more money rather than taking it out of cash. So, but all in all, it's very simple. Oh, there another minute went by, so it did it again. So fairly simple how it's working. I figured I would do it minute by minute rather than waiting until the end of the day, because at any given time during the day there could be a whole lot of activity and there may not be any interest charged. So I figured I would just do it minute by minute. So then at the end of the day, and I think I can still do the fast forward in here. So let me just, yeah, look at those clouds move. I'm just going to zip through the day. You'll notice the cash balance is decreasing as interest is charged. And so we'll get to the end of the day here. Oh, the crickets are coming out. And we'll get past the day. You'll see that the interest rate changed here from 4% to 5%. It's totally random what direction it moves. And depending on the difficulty level of the game, you know, right now I think I have it on easy mode for testing. You know, so it'll let you borrow up to $500,000. I think on normal mode, it'll let you borrow up to 250 maybe. And on hard mode, I think it forces you, or only allows you to borrow 100,000. And with the interest rate, all of them, I think there's a range. And so for the hard mode, there's going to be a larger range, meaning you could end up paying quite a bit more interest. But for the easy version, if you will, it's a tighter range and it's smaller. You know, I think maybe it goes up to 5% on the easy mode. So this is probably max. But on hard mode, I think it'll go clear up to 15. So I have the basics of it working now, kind of here in game. The only thing that I don't have working yet, because I haven't even set it up, is the save game file. Obviously, line of credit. The cash will save okay, but I need to set it up so that it saves your borrowing position and probably even the interest rate, so it knows where to start. So hopefully it won't be too difficult on that, and then it's just testing it a little bit. So anyway, hopefully this is of interest to someone, just to have a simple little bank. And let me know if you have any questions or feedback. Thank you for watching, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.